live stream today. Haven't done a lot of live streaming in the past, so bear with me because this is the first time using my phone. I've got it set up on a gimbal so I can see what sort of quality I'm going to get. I'm actually using the front facing camera. Good morning, it's okay. One of our neighbours there just bringing some waffles. She's gone and got some waffles. She's been out for breakfast and she's called Nat, asked her whether she'd like her to bring anything back, so I decided I hadn't had breakfast, I'd have a couple of waffles, so she's bought that. So as I was saying, testing out my phone, I don't know how good the quality is going to be and the feed. This is something new that I want to play around with and get into because I actually want to do a lot more live streaming for both my Facebook group and of course the YouTube channel. So I want to see how it goes. I'm going to play around with the settings. At the moment I'm actually using the Wi-Fi at my business, or my wife's business, our business if you want to call it that. So I'm not using my data at the moment, but I want to do some testing using my data as well to see whether it's possible, because my whole idea for the live streaming is not to actually do it at home or at the place at the business. I want to actually do it out and about so I can bring you stuff on Thailand as it's actually happening, but I don't know how good the upload speeds are going to be off my data, so this is something I'm going to look into. At the moment I don't have a lot of quality data. My data plan is very small at the moment, so I'm going to go and have a chat with AIS, who are the people that I've got my phone contract with, and see what sort of data they can give me so I can then test it out and see how good it is out on the field. But today is really a test of my phone because I've not been over impressed with phone cameras. As you know, I don't normally use my phone for videoing, but it's the only way really that I can do live streaming out and about. I can do live streaming off one of my cameras, but I need a connection to the internet and it won't live stream from my phone because there'll be too much of a delay, so it means I have to do it. So that's some of the plans that I've got for the future. I haven't been able to get out and do any videos the last few days because if you have a look behind me, the weather, it's raining, and it's been raining for about 4 days here in Thailand on and off, which isn't great, and it's stopping me from going out. It really is very changeable at the moment. We get a period where the weather is quite nice and I jump on the bike thinking let's go, and within 5 or 10 minutes of going out it's raining again, so I get soaking wet and I can't do any filming in the rain. One, it isn't going to look very nice as regards picturesque Phuket. Pouring down with rain is very similar to most places around the world when it's raining and grey. As you can see, the cloud, very cloudy today. I don't know how good that quality is. Of course, I'm using the front facing camera on my phone at the moment. I don't know whether you can actually switch over. I don't think you can. Oops. So that's something I've got to try out. Now I have disabled the chat facility because my camera is on my gimbal and it will be impossible for me to be able to chat. Good morning in Denmark. I can see somebody in Denmark there leaving me a little thing, but I won't be chatting online because I can't chat on the screen and hold the gimbal on my phone, etc. So this is something that I'm playing around with. I want to get into, as I say, I want to do a lot more live streaming. I'm also going to take the opportunity to show you our business. That's mine and Nat's business, because I haven't really shown the business before on my channel. It's not something that I cover a lot in my own personal life, but because I can't go out and do any filming, I thought I'd try out the live streaming, show you the business as well, so it gives you an idea of our business and what we do, because I want to do some videos about businesses and about how difficult it can be to open a business here in Phuket or indeed Thailand. A lot of people have a misconception about businesses here in Thailand simply because they think they come over with a pocket full of money and they think it's very easy to do business. We've had a business now for 10 years just over, and believe you me, it's not as straightforward as having a pocket full of money. I rent from Chicago. Nice to have you viewing the channel. As I said, the chat, I won't be chatting back because I just can't type on the screen, but I will try and follow the comments as they're going up. But I'm going to show you our business anyway first. Now I'm not sure whether I can change the camera, and it is raining there, so I can't show you the sign, but my wife has a salon and beauty business basically, and we've had a business on the island of Phuket now for nearly 11 years. So a little bit of experience there. My wife's background, originally she worked for a very large cosmetic company for well over 15 years as their head makeup artist. She used to go around all the five-star hotels all over Thailand, not just here in Phuket, doing all the training. Because if you visited Thailand before, you'll notice a lot of the staff in the five-star hotels have a very similar look when it comes to their makeup, and there's a very good reason why they do that, because obviously the management want them to look a certain way. Now Nat was one of those people that used to go in and train the staff how to apply the makeup and do all the hair and etc., so they get that look that the hotel are after. So there are quite a lot of things that people don't realise when they stay in hotels going on behind the scenes, and that's one of the things that my wife did for a very long time before she started her own business. And then when she decided she wanted to open a business of her own, she also then went for training as regards the hair, because her expertise was mainly in the makeup side. But I said to her, if you want to open a business, then you need training. It's very important to understand and have experience of the business that you're going into. This is where I feel a lot of people go wrong. They come to Thailand, they have a pocket full of money, they decide to open a business, they've got no previous experience in, no knowledge, and then they wonder why the businesses fail. So it's very important to have that experience. I'm sure this is common sense, I'm sure a lot of people will know that, but it's something that I think is overlooked here in Thailand, because opening a business here in Thailand is very easy. Very, very easy. But that is not necessarily a good thing. You have to think about businesses very carefully. It's not just a matter of having a pocket full of money and then opening a business, because you're going to lose all that money, because you don't have a business unless it makes money. That's the whole point of having a business. So whilst you're supporting that business and the bank balance is going down and down and down while you're not making it, you might feel that you've got a business, but in fact you haven't got a business because you're constantly supporting it. So the key is to make the business profitable, as I'm sure you'll all agree. And that's where a lot of people go wrong, because they open a business and they don't understand basic business knowledge. They don't do a business plan, because I know from the UK, if you want to open a business in the UK and you want to finance it, if you haven't got a pocket full of money, you go to the bank and the first thing the bank says, do a business plan. And that's how it should be, really. But here in Thailand, a lot of people that come and open businesses here come with a pocket full of money. Maybe they've sold a property, maybe they've come into money, whatever the reasons is, and they don't bother doing a business plan, which is absolutely ludicrous, because that business plan is not just for the banks, it's for you as well, so you understand what you're getting involved in when you open a business. And by not doing the business plan, you're overlooking some very important issues that you need to understand, especially here in Thailand, because there's a lot less laws around businesses, and people might think, oh well, that's great, but it can be, but it can also be a major disadvantage when it comes to businesses. Because if you don't have a lot of experience, and let's just say you open a business and it's doing it quite well, and people around your business see you doing well, there's nothing to stop them opening the same business, even right next door. And I'll give you a prime example of this. When we first had our very first salon, the area that we opened the business in, there was 3 salons, just 3. So supply and demand, a lot of demand, not much supply. Within 2 years of opening our business, there was 15 within the same area. So this just shows you that you really need to look at these sort of things. You need to understand about business here, and I want to do a separate video on that. That's not today's video. I'm going to take you a tour of my own business, or our business, Nat's business really, because I'm not a hairdresser, but it's our business, but I always say it's Nat's business. So let's go inside. We do have a customer, so I'm going to have to put my mask on, because of course at the moment we have to wear masks when out in public or in businesses. So I'm just going to slip this on. A little bit difficult when you're trying to hold the camera. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to have to put this down because I can't put it on while. Okay, I'm going to change to the front facing camera. I've just seen the little thing. I'm learning all the time. I'm not a video guru expert. So, okay, we've got a professional hair and beauty salon, and we do everything here from makeup to hair colours to straight hair to wedding makeup. So I want to give my business a little bit of a plug on my channel. It's not something that I've done before. Nat working away there. As you can see, we have a customer. I believe this customer's doing a colour. That's just about swaddy cap. No, I just say swaddy cap to the customer. Good morning. And Shadow's just down here on the floor, watching Nat working, making sure she's doing the job right. So, she angry Ploy? Why? Oh, okay. Ploy's hiding away here. Where's she gone, Ploy? Oh, okay, she's in the toilet at the moment. Let me just put some lights on. Everything turned off. Okay, that's going to help. So we've basically got a hair and beauty salon, as I say. We can fit 3 people in here at the same time. The middle chair at the moment is for children. Now, we are looking at opening barber services as well. So at some stage we're going to be doing men, but at the moment we cater just for the ladies. And anything you want doing as regards hairstyling, colours, bleaching, you name it, we can do it here, perming. We've got 2 for washing hair. And that's the only staff we have at the moment because of the current position. We haven't got a lot of staff. And then we've got an area where Nat and somebody else that we know comes in and does all the makeup, if it's wedding makeup or just a special occasion makeup. A lot of people here in Thailand, when they graduate, they have makeup, as you can see there from all the pictures of different things that Nat's done over the years with makeup. And this is something that I want to push the business now a little more. We're going to be taking on staff shortly. We're already looking at, we have recently moved, which I think some of you will know that follow my Facebook group. We have recently moved. This is new premises. We've been here now 2.5 months, and it's a lot bigger than our old premises because we had a large premises, then we moved, which was our first business, then we moved, and the business that we had next was a little bit smaller, and it restricted us really what we could do. And we've learned that we took the advantage of the situation because rent prices, property prices have fallen over the last 18 months, as I'm sure you're aware of. Let's just turn this around. There's Ploy, look, it's coming out the loo. So we're all here today. As I say, I can't get out to do any filming. I wanted to get over to Bantao, but the weather's not allowed me to do the Bantao video. We also do nails, I forgot to mention. So you ladies, if you want acrylic nails, we also do all the acrylic, the gel nails, all the different colours, all the different designs and everything. So we also do that. I forgot to mention that actually. The lady that does that, we have her come in because obviously Nat being on her own, she can't do everything at the same time. So I'll just give you a quick preview of the prices. I don't know what they all are, but you can see there we're not expensive by any means. So giving a little plug for the business, but hopefully Nara will be arriving shortly, but she's not here at the moment. As I say, Nat can't do everything because she's here on her own. We did have staff, but due to the current circumstances, we've had to sort of downgrade like a lot of businesses. And we're looking now, hopefully, over the next 6 months of maybe taking somebody on. Things are slowly improving here in Phuket, and I say slowly because you probably know if you're watching the news about Thailand and that, Bangkok isn't doing so well at the moment, and they're imposing some more restrictions. However, at the moment here in Phuket, we do have a little bit more freedom simply because of the sandbox project that's ongoing that started the 1st of July. So we've got a little bit more freedom. We haven't had any restrictions that I know about that's been imposed recently here in Phuket, and I'm sort of keeping my fingers crossed that we're not going to get those restrictions and we're not going to see any more cases on the island, because of course this is the last thing businesses want, to have more restrictions on the island, because it's not going to do anybody any good. But I also realise that they've got to stem the flow of the cases. So it's a difficult position. I don't want to talk about it too much on this video because that's not what this is about. It's just really a little bit of a chat about what's going on, what I'm doing, sort of plans for upcoming videos. I've got a lot of videos. I've been working the last 4 days on my setup basically, because when I came to Thailand to live 4 years ago, I've been coming here a long time, as some of you will know, but my plan for my YouTube channel was not what it is now. My actual original plan was to be doing a lot of filming on my motorbike, and if you look back to my earlier videos, you'll see that a lot of the videos were filmed on my Kawasaki motorbike, where I was riding around going different places. And somehow over the last two and a half, 3 years, my YouTube channel has sort of changed and gone away from that to what I'm doing now. I never imagined I would be in front of the camera. It wasn't something that I planned to do. I don't consider myself as a person that wants to be in the spotlight. I've never been like that. I haven't really liked having my picture taken, and I still can't quite believe that I actually do go in front of the camera now. And it was quite nerve-wracking to start with, and I wasn't very good at it, and hopefully I'm getting better all the time. But it's been a steep learning curve over the last 2 years about cameras, because I knew nothing about cameras whatsoever. I mean, literally nothing. The most I ever knew was to just click a button and take a picture. So when you start doing video on top of that, you've got a lot of work and things that you have to learn about, such as editing and things. So I've learned all about those things over the last sort of 3 years, and now I finally feel that I've got to the stage where I'm no expert by any means, but I understand the basics and I can do a lot more improvements on my channel. So I know some of my videos are not very glamorous. They're very sort of simple, straightforward editing techniques. That's not to say that I don't know how to do those glamorous videos, because I do. But my channel, I want to concentrate on being no nonsense, straightforward guide. So whilst there is a call for glamorous videos, I do believe that. And it would be nice to add a few glamorous videos onto my channel, taking all the best bits that I've filmed and putting them together and things like that. And they will be coming soon. Trust me. I am doing a lot of work, but I've been working on different setups because I want to do lots of different types of videos. When I say that, I mean I want to do run and gun videos that are very short, maybe 1 minute or 3 minutes long, of things that I can't make a long video out of. But my setup up until now, I haven't been able to do that because the equipment that I bought 4 years ago when I moved to Thailand permanently was with the intention of filming on my motorbike. So whilst that equipment works very good on my bike, it doesn't work so good when I come to this sort of environment. So I've had to do a lot of modifications to the equipment, because you can spend a fortune on camera equipment, as I'm sure you know. It's certainly not cheap. And I'm not in the position where I want to spend a fortune on camera equipment, because at the end of the day, I live here in Thailand now. I don't have the job that I used to have. I used to have a very well-paid job. I used to work for a company that dealt with supercars. So I worked on Lamborghinis and Ferraris, McLarens, all those type of cars, and I was well paid. So money wasn't a problem for me then, but it's different now. We have a very modest business, and I have to live to what we earn now, and I can't afford to spend 50,000 baht on a camera. Not right now. I can't justify it. I want to, but I can't justify it. My heart tells me to buy it, but my head says, whoa, slow down a little bit. So I'm having to make use of the equipment that I've got, such as my phone. As I say, I'm not a big fan of it because Nat tells me one of my biggest flaws is I'm a perfectionist. Everything I do, I want to try and do as good as I can possibly do it. So when I'm doing video work, I want the video quality to be as good as it possibly can with the audio and everything. But you're only going to be able to do that if you've got the equipment. Sometimes you can make things get more out of them if you know how to do it. And that's basically what I've been doing with the equipment that I've got. And I'm quite happy with my main setup, but it's a little bit big to carry around. It takes 15 minutes to set up, 15 minutes to strip down. And to make a 1 minute video, it just seems crazy. So I want to try and do some run and gun videos because I've got so much to cover, so much to show people here in Thailand that I just need to be able to get out and make those videos. So I've been working the last 4 days on different setups. So I've now got a little run and gun setup I've got different things that I want to do. I want to do a lot of live streaming, both to YouTube and to my Facebook group over the coming months, because then that way you get a chance to really see Thailand as it is, as it's happening. Not recorded, not edited. This is like, I've got no way of editing this. This is as it's happening. Not there, drawing somebody's there. This is real. This is Thailand. So this is where I want to go around the markets, the tourist areas, different places, restaurants, and show you as it is, as it's live. And the only way I can do that is by live streaming on a phone. Now, my phone's not too bad. It's not the latest phone. It's a OnePlus 6T. So it's 2 years ago, it was a really good phone. But of course, things have moved on since then. And I'm hoping this is going to be good enough, because I can't justify going out. I think the new iPhone, that, how much is that? The new, how much, when you look for the iPhone, how much was it new?
Just iPhone 12.
Yeah, the new one.
It depends on how many
The,
gigabytes.
yeah, but how much?
20
Well, not the iPhone 12. I think it was about 54,000, the one that you was looking at.
Oh yes, you know iPhone Max. Pro.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean the prices of phones and that are going to vary over here, but the iPhones are particularly expensive over here, especially the higher ones. They're ranging around the 50,000 baht mark, which to me is like £1,500 more than this. And I can't justify spending that sort of money on a phone. It just seems crazy, but of course I have to use what I've got, so I'm trying the video on that, trying to see what the upload's like. I'm going to watch this back, hopefully I'll save it on YouTube and I can have a look and see how good this phone's copes. So these are the sort of things that I want to do over the next sort of 6 months. I want to really start and put more videos on, because up until this point I've been concentrated on the technical side of the video, learning about phone, cameras and editing and things like that, and not really producing enough videos. Now I'm aware of that. I need to do more videos so that you've got more to watch, and that's what I want to do. I want to start doing a minimum of 2 videos a week, but different styles. So some will be longer videos and some will be very short videos, because there's so many things I want to show you. It's just unbelievable. But it's, as I've said, my biggest problem is being a perfectionist. I want to show it as best as I can, and not just a really bad picture that you can't really see what's going on, or bad sound and you can't hear what's going on. It's just going to ruin the experience. So I'm trying to get everything as good as I can get with what I've got to work with. So hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next few months you're going to see a lot more videos once the weather picks up. As I say, I can't do a lot about the weather. It's still raining. Let's have a look outside, because Nat's got the air going at the moment, so it's probably not great for the sound. As you can see, it's very wet here, very grey, not ideal. I'm going to have to stick on Nat's flip-flops, because I don't want to be messing around trying to put trainers on. So, is it still raining? Yes, a little bit. I'm going to be, my phone's waterproof actually, but my gimbal's not. So you can see the mountain there. This is a sign. When we can't see the mountain and it's covered in cloud, then we know we're going to in for some rain. It's sort of 50-50 at the moment, but very, very grey sky there, very wet. So around our business, we have a dressmaking and clothing repair shop. That's owned by a lady called B. Very nice lady. I don't know whether she's in there. Let's go and have a wander around. Let's go and have a say. There she is. Good morning, B. Say hello to my viewers on YouTube. YouTube video. Live. She's a little bit shy. I think she's a little bit shy. Okay, so this is B. She does all the clothing, makes dresses and things like that. So that's next door to our salon. And then the other side we have a noodle shop, and the noodles here are very, very good. So if you're going to come to the salon, some stage ladies, you want to, I know sometimes people come on holiday, they want to have their hair done, so they may come. And this is owned by a lady called Meow, and she does some really cracking noodles. The crispy pork is excellent here. There's a few dishes that I have that are my favourites. So that's the noodle shop. And then across the road we have a Thai food restaurant, which is just superb. And we're talking about prices that are like 40, 50 and 60 baht for meals. And Nat often has lunch from that shop. Then next door we have a coffee shop, a drink shop, so you get different drinks. And then further along, we have a place that does steaks, pork steaks, beef steaks, things like that. Again, these are not expensive. They've also started doing pizzas as well. I think the pizzas are about 170. I'm yet to try the pizzas. And then next to that, we have a car washing shop. And then further down, there's a massage shop and lots of other businesses down there as well. And I'm going to go back undercover because I can see everything's getting wet. So that's the area that we're in. We're not too far. You can probably see that steeple there. That is the Shillong Temple. Very, very well known on the island of Phuket. Of course, if you're coming over here, then that is one of the temples that you really should visit. Let me see whether I can change the camera. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, Shillong Temple, really a place to visit. Beautiful temple. I have done a video or a couple of videos in the past where I've featured Shillong Temple. There was one with the market. They have a big market in the month of February, which is just fantastic. It's huge. We didn't have it last year because, of course, the ongoing position. Highly recommend you go and visit the temple at Shillong. It's one of the better ones. I'm not a temple person by any means, but if you're going to visit a temple here on the island, then definitely Shillong 1 is one to visit. It is said that they have a bone fragment from Buddha himself at the very top, so you'll see that, and it's quite interesting to go and have a look. Beautiful, beautiful temple. If you visit it when they've got a market on, wow, you get the best of the temple and also the market. There's literally hundreds of food sellers and all clothing sellers and everything. Again, have a look at my past videos. I've done them on. Hopefully we're going to see that happen this year. Hopefully in February. Well, I'll say this year. Next year, because it'll be February next year. We haven't seen it for a couple of years due to the current situation. So that's a shame. But as I say, if you get a chance, you're coming over to Phuket, that's the temple to go and visit. Right. Okay. Well, I think I've covered everything. I've been ranting on for 26 minutes. It's actually longer than I thought I was going to do a live stream for. And I just wanted to do a real test and sort of bring you up to speed on what's been going on the last few days, because I haven't posted anything. I did start to post quite regular, and then I've stopped because basically the weather, as I say, I can't do the filming outside. I've only got one fully waterproof camera when it's raining. My gimbal's not waterproof, so, and then you get all the problems with the shake and everything. As I've said, I'm too much of a perfectionist for my own good, really. But hopefully, going forward now, you're going to see a lot more videos covering all sorts of topics. If you're interested in businesses, about businesses, then do stay tuned. I will be doing a dedicated business video, sharing some of my knowledge. I'm no expert by any means, but the knowledge that I've gained will be helpful to people going forward if they are genuinely looking at coming over to Thailand and at some point starting a business. So for now, I think I've covered everything I want to cover. So that just leaves me to say, as always, you know what's coming. You take care, and until the next time. Oh, I've said that all wrong, haven't I? Oh well. You know what I was going to say. So you take care, and until the next time, I'll catch you on the next one. How do you stop it now? Okay. Ooh. What's going on here? Okay, so okay.